Hello, gorgeous. As you guys know, I suffer from hormonal breakouts sometimes, and they could be really annoying, but I have some tips and tricks to help you get your skin to look a lot better and also heal faster at the same time. Here are some of my tips and tricks. So, starting with clean skin, of course, washing your face is the best, but overwashing can really make your skin extra dry, which isn't really a good thing and isn't going to really speed up the healing process. So for a quick refresh, just use a cleansing water and a cotton pad just to remove any dirt and oil if you've already washed your face like not that long ago. Of course, make sure that your hands are clean before you touch your face at all. When I'm having more serious breakouts, I'll put on a little bit of whatever I like to use to treat my skin underneath. I swear by Clean and Clear Persagel, it has 10% benzoyl peroxide. This isn't sponsored. This is what I actually use. You guys know I don't do sponsored skincare. It hasn't cured my acne, but it has made it a lot more manageable. If benzoyl peroxide is an ingredient that you can't use, I like the salicylic acid spot treatment gel too, but putting one of these underneath your makeup will help create a protective barrier between your skin and foundation and help to treat your skin a little bit extra at the same time. So moisturizing is a key step in helping your skin not just to heal, but also to look a lot better underneath makeup. Always use a cotton swab and don't double dip if your moisturizer comes in a jar. This is going to help to hydrate the skin, prevent it from looking flaky, because sometimes some skincare products can make your skin a little bit extra dry. So I know that this brush looks like a hairbrush, but it's actually a makeup brush. But I like to use it to just smooth on my moisturizer sometimes when I'm feeling fancy. I was clearly feeling fancy in this video. If you have really intense dark circles, using an orange concealer to color correct first can help a lot. It'll neutralize the blue and purple tones and make concealing a breeze. Mine aren't that bad, but I just wanted to demonstrate a little bit just for those of you that might have a real issue here. My favorite under eye concealer ever, one of my favorite concealers is the Maybelline Age Rewind. It has a lot of pigment to it, and it also looks like I'm putting on a lot, but I swear it's just so thin that it's hard for this to look cakey, so that's why I love it for underneath the eyes. It's not going to look cakey. You want to use thinner products in this area so that way creasing isn't such a problem. I use a damp beauty blender sponge just to press that into the skin for a seamless effect. You can of course use your fingers, but I just love a beauty blender sponge. Finally, I zoomed you guys out so you can see the situation on my jawline a little bit better. Most of my acne is flat at this point, but there's still some spots that are red, just from leftover spots that just haven't healed completely yet. I love this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Cream. It looks like almost nothing on the skin, but it really helps to minimize and again neutralize any red spots, so that way it's a lot easier for them to be covered underneath foundation. You don't have to use as much foundation, so you have a lot less cakiness. I'm not a big fan of using concealer on my face. I just use it underneath my eyes. After that, I'm like, it's very rare, I have to be very desperate to use concealer on a pimple. This cream isn't drying either, which helps to keep the skin looking, again, radiant, touchable, which I really, really like. I'm stippling a little bit of foundation over this area now, just mainly to match this part of my face to the rest of my face and get a more uniform look. The Bye Bye Redness can be worn alone for a really quick everyday look when you don't have a lot of time, you need to get out of the door. But I wanted to show you how you can get your skin to look really good for when you're going to be around a lot of people. Maybe you might be photographed. The stuff that you dread when your skin isn't looking its best. Trust me, I feel you, girl. Anyway, I'm going to do some light contouring, but mainly I'm kind of warming up the skin, to be honest. I'm using a concealer that's a little bit darker than my skin tone. I really love the LA Girl ones just because they add a nice warmth to the skin. I'm not going to overdo the contour though, because when your skin is breaking out, it's best to leave things a little bit more subtle, just so that the focus isn't so much on the condition of your skin. Believe me, throw on a false lash, some lip gloss, you want to distract the eye. So don't go too crazy with contouring and stuff. It's probably not going to be the best idea to, just draw so much attention to your skin if it's not doing well. I'm now setting everything in place with a translucent powder. I'm using a damp beauty blender just to press the product into the skin. Pay extra attention to any areas that you might want to keep concealed. So any like areas where you've broken out and all of that, just to really make sure that they stay in place and don't move. Then stippling a little bit of contour powder just to enhance the cheekbones a bit. Again, stipple, if you like really brush the skin, it can kind of maybe remove some stuff. So try to stipple a little bit more than you sweep. If you have breakouts in this area, just skip this step altogether. Since my breakouts are more along the lines of like my jaw, my chin, my cheeks are pretty clear, honestly, so I can get away with this. But if you have breakouts in that contouring area, blending on a contour powder might make it all more obvious and draw more attention to the texture in that area. So trust me, just keep it minimal. You'll probably still look really gorgeous. It'll just be like in your head if you think that you don't look as good. Trust me, you probably still look really pretty. A little bit of blush. Stick with something that's matte, just again, so you don't draw so much attention to the texture of your skin. If you have to highlight, like if you really love highlighting, just keep it really high up on the cheekbones and just the areas where you don't have any breakouts or bumps, because highlighters can add really anything with shimmer and reflex, and it can really add a lot more attention and just make things a lot more obvious, like make flaws a lot more obvious than they need to be or that you would want them to be. For the lips, I like to go for a gloss over a matte lip just because it'll draw more attention to my lips and less to my skin. Makeup is really all about illusions and distractions. That's what I've learned in all of these years. And that's the finished look, you guys. I hope you really liked this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you know anybody that has some breakouts, maybe has a date coming up or something important, let them know about this. If you've got any pimples, know that I still love you and I've got your back. As always, I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon. And yeah, bye.